Hello, everyone. Today we're going to learn another 10 common idioms, phrases, and sentences that native English speakers use every single day. These expressions are so natural and common that you'll hear them everywhere. At work, with friends, at home, and even in movies and TV shows. Here's how you can get the most out of this video. First, listen while reading the subtitles. This will help you catch every word and follow along more easily. Then, play the video again and try to repeat the sentences out loud, but this time without reading the subtitles. This will really help you improve your pronunciation, listening, and speaking skills. Don't forget to pause and write down any new idioms or phrases you like. That way, you can remember and review them later. This is a great way to boost your listening, reading, and speaking, all at the same time. This lesson is a fun and simple way to improve your English step by step. Before we start, can I ask you a quick favor? If you're finding this video helpful, please like it. I really appreciate it. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what these expressions mean and how to use them naturally in your own conversations. So let's get started. Number 1, you're impatient. The first expression we're learning today is you're impatient. This is something you might say to someone who can't wait for something to happen. When someone is impatient, they want things to happen right now, not later. They don't like waiting. You know, I have a friend named Sarah, and she's always checking her phone when we're waiting for food at a restaurant. She'll look at her watch, tap her fingers on the table, and ask the waiter 3 times where our food is. Last week I finally told her, "Sarah, you're impatient. The food will come when it's ready." She laughed because she knew it was true. For example, if your friend keeps asking, "Are we there yet?" During a car trip, you might say, "You're impatient. We just left 5 minutes ago." Here's another one. If someone keeps refreshing their email waiting for an important message, you could tell them, "You're impatient. The email will come when it comes." People often say this to children who can't wait for their birthday or Christmas morning. This expression is really useful when you want to gently tell someone that they need to be more patient. It's not mean, it's just honest. Have you ever been impatient about something? Let me know in the comments. Number 2, I'm not that hungry. Our second expression is I'm not that hungry. This is a very common way to say that you don't want to eat much right now. The word that here makes it softer than just saying I'm not hungry. It means you might eat a little something, but you don't want a big meal. I use this expression all the time. Just yesterday, my sister asked if I wanted to go to our favorite pizza place for dinner. I had eaten a late lunch, so I told her, "I'm not that hungry. Maybe we could just share a small pizza." She understood immediately that I didn't want a full meal, just something light. For example, if your friend suggests ordering a large meal and you've already had a snack, you might say, "I'm not that hungry. Can we order something smaller?" You might hear something like, "I'm not that hungry, but I could eat a little salad." Let's take this one. If someone offers you a huge sandwich and you only want half, you could say, "Thanks, but I'm not that hungry right now." This expression is perfect for those times when you don't want to seem rude by saying no to food, but you also don't want to eat too much. It's polite and natural. Do you think you could use this in your daily life? Number 3, let me drive. Number 3 is let me drive. This is what you say when you want to be the person driving the car instead of someone else. It's a simple way to offer to drive or to ask if you can drive. I remember when my brother and I were planning a road trip last summer. He's not the best driver, and I was worried about the long drive through the mountains. When we got to his car, I said, "Let me drive. I know this road better than you do." He was actually happy about it because he could relax and enjoy the scenery instead of worrying about driving. For example, if your friend looks tired and you're both going somewhere, you might say, "You look exhausted. Let me drive." Here's another one. If someone seems nervous about driving in heavy traffic, you could offer, "Let me drive. I'm used to this kind of traffic." People often say this when they think they're a better driver than the other person, or when they want to help someone who's stressed. This expression shows that you're being helpful and caring. It's a nice way to offer assistance without making the other person feel bad about their driving. Have you ever said this to someone? Number 4, can I give you a ride home? Expression number 4 is, can I give you a ride home? This is how you offer to drive someone to their house. It's a very kind and common offer, especially when someone doesn't have a car or their car isn't working. Last month, I was leaving work and I saw my coworker Maria waiting at the bus stop. It was raining really hard, and she looked cold and wet. I rolled down my window and called out, "Maria, can I give you a ride home?" She was so grateful because the bus was late and she was getting soaked. We had a nice chat during the drive, and she said it really made her day better. For example, if you see a friend walking home with heavy bags, you might say, "Those bags look heavy. Can I give you a ride home?" You might hear something like, "It's getting dark outside. Can I give you a ride home? I don't want you walking alone." Let's take this one. If someone's car breaks down, you could offer, "Can I give you a ride home? We can deal with your car tomorrow." This expression shows kindness and community spirit. Americans use this all the time to help each other out. It's a wonderful way to show you care about someone's safety and comfort. Which of your friends would you offer this to? Number 5, you're almost done. Number 5 is, you're almost done. This is what you say to encourage someone who is close to finishing something. It's a way to motivate them to keep going because they're near the end. I love using this expression with my nephew when he's doing his homework. He's 8 years old, and sometimes he gets frustrated with math problems. Last week, he was working on a worksheet and started complaining that it was too hard. I looked at his paper and saw he only had 3 problems left. I said, "Hey, you're almost done. Just 3 more problems and then you can play video games." His face lit up, and he finished those problems in 5 minutes. For example, if your friend is cleaning their room and they're tired, you might say, "Don't give up now, you're almost done." Here's another one. If someone is studying for a big test and feeling overwhelmed, you could encourage them by saying, "You're almost done with this chapter. Just a few more pages." People often say this during workouts too, like, "You're almost done. Just 2 more minutes on the treadmill." This expression is all about encouragement and motivation. It helps people push through when they want to quit. It's like being a cheerleader for your friends and family. Have you ever heard this before? Number 6, it's a flat tire. Expression number 6 is, it's a flat tire. This is what you say when a car tire loses all its air and becomes flat. It's a very common car problem, and every driver will probably experience this at some point. 2 weeks ago, I was driving to meet my friends for lunch when I heard a weird noise coming from my car. I pulled over and walked around to check. Sure enough, my front tire was completely flat. I called my friend and said, "I'm going to be late. It's a flat tire." She immediately understood why I couldn't make it on time, and she even offered to come help me change it. For example, if someone asks why you're late for work, you might explain, "Sorry I'm late. It's a flat tire. I had to call for help." You might hear something like, "My car won't move properly." "Oh no, it's a flat tire." Let's take this one. If you're planning a road trip and your car suddenly stops working, you might discover, well, this is great. It's a flat tire and we're in the middle of nowhere. This expression is super practical because flat tires happen to everyone. It's also a good excuse when you're late for something because most people understand that car problems are out of your control. Do you know how to change a flat tire? Number 7, your shoes untied. Number 7 is your shoes untied. This is what you say when you notice that someone's shoelaces are loose and not tied properly. It's a helpful way to prevent someone from tripping and falling. I use this expression a lot because I'm always noticing when people's shoes are untied. Just last week, I was walking behind a teenager at the grocery store, and I could see his shoelaces dragging on the floor. I caught up to him and said, "Excuse me, your shoe's untied." He looked down, smiled, and said, "Thanks, I hate when that happens." He stopped right there to tie it properly. For example, if you're walking with a friend and you notice their shoelaces are loose, you might say, "Wait a second, your shoe's untied. You might trip." Here's another one. If you see a child running around with untied shoes, you could tell them, "Slow down. Your shoe's untied. Let me help you fix it." People often say this in a caring way, like, "Be careful, your shoe's untied." This expression shows that you're paying attention and you care about someone's safety. It's a small act of kindness that can prevent accidents. Americans say this to strangers all the time because we don't want anyone to get hurt. Have you ever noticed someone's untied shoe? Number 8, did you sleep well? Expression number 8 is, did you sleep well? This is a common question people ask in the morning to find out if someone had a good night's sleep. It's a polite and caring way to start a conversation. I ask this question every morning when I see my roommate in the kitchen. She's not a morning person, so I can usually tell from her face whether she slept well or not. Yesterday morning, she looked really tired, so I asked, "Did you sleep well?" She said, "No, not really. The neighbors were playing music until 2 a.m. Then we talked about maybe getting some earplugs for her room." For example, if your friend stayed over at your house, you might ask them the next morning, "Did you sleep well? Was the couch comfortable?" You might hear something like, "Good morning. Did you sleep well? You look refreshed today." Let's take this one. If someone looks tired at work, you could ask, "You seem sleepy today. Did you sleep well last night?" This expression shows that you care about someone's well-being and comfort. It's a natural way to start morning conversations and show interest in how someone is feeling. Sleep is so important for everyone, so this question always feels relevant. What do you usually say when someone asks you this? Number 9, where are we? Number 9 is, where are we? This is what you ask when you don't know your current location. It's a very common question when you're lost, confused about directions, or in an unfamiliar place. I asked this question just last weekend when I was riding in my friend's car to a new restaurant. I was looking out the window and didn't recognize any of the buildings or streets. I wasn't worried, just curious, so I asked, "Where are we? I don't recognize this area." My friend explained that we were taking a shortcut through a neighborhood I'd never been to before. It was actually a really pretty area with nice houses. For example, if you wake up from a nap during a long car ride, you might ask, "Where are we? How much longer until we get there?" You might hear something like, "I've been following the GPS, but I'm confused. Where are we exactly?" Here's another one. If you're walking in a new city and everything looks unfamiliar, you could ask your companion, "Where are we? I thought we were going to the museum." This expression is super useful when you're traveling or exploring new places. It's not embarrassing to ask this question because everyone gets lost sometimes. It's actually smart to ask so you can learn about your surroundings. Do you ask this question often when you're in new places? Number 10, sleep well. Our final expression is sleep well. This is what you say to someone before they go to bed or when you're saying goodbye at night. It's a warm and caring way to wish someone a good night's rest. I say this to my family members every night before we all go to our rooms. It's become a sweet tradition in our house. Last night, my mom was heading upstairs after we finished watching a movie together. As she was walking up the stairs, I called out, "Sleep well, Mom." She turned around and smiled, saying, "You too, sweetheart, sleep well." It makes bedtime feel more loving and connected. For example, if you're ending a phone call with a friend late at night, you might say, "It's getting late, I should go, sleep well." You might hear something like, "Thanks for dinner tonight. I'm heading home now. Sleep well. Let's take this one." If someone looks exhausted after a long day, you could say, "You look tired. Go get some rest and sleep well." This expression is all about showing care and affection. It's much warmer than just saying goodbye or see you tomorrow. Americans use this with family, close friends, and sometimes even with coworkers who are staying late at the office. It's a beautiful way to end the day with someone you care about. Who do you say this to in your life? Wow, we've covered so much today. We learned 10 incredibly useful expressions that native English speakers use every single day. From "you're impatient," when someone can't wait, to "sleep well," when we're saying goodnight, these expressions will help you sound more natural and fluent in your everyday conversations. Remember, the best way to learn these expressions is to practice them in real situations. Try using one or two of them this week in your own conversations. Maybe offer someone a ride home or tell a friend they're almost done with something they're working on. The more you use these expressions, the more natural they'll become. I'm really curious to know which of these 10 expressions was your favorite today. Was it one you'd never heard before, or maybe one you'd heard but didn't fully understand? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you and learning about your English journey. If this video helped you learn something new today, please give it a like. It really helps me know that these lessons are useful for you. And don't forget to subscribe because tomorrow I'll be back with 10 more common idioms, phrases, and sentences that will take your English to the next level. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember that every day you're getting better at English. You're doing such a great job, and I'm proud of you for taking the time to improve your skills. Take care and keep practicing your English. You're doing great, and I'll see you tomorrow.